said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Florida's offense will have the ball first. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that.
There he goes. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you can see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
With the catch, it's Cruz. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Direct snap. And this is blown up, going nowhere as the defense was ready for the Wildcat. Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Fires left. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. So the Auburn Tigers offense has the ball for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
He did, and I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 30. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took him to the house, but they got him at the 24. action on first down. He'll pull it down. Breaks into the open. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. They want to throw it. Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. Bought a little time, lets it go. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gators getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Slings it downfield. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And he'll haul it in, take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. To the air on first down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Great place to start for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Cruz. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And an empty backfield here on second and short.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Caught near the sticks. It's Cooks. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. This is ultra-aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
But we're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling.
Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete to the left. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They're down to the 35 on first and 10. Trying play action. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
From the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Duke. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to go up top on first down. Unleashes one. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Right on the money. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Puts it in at the 40. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So here comes the Auburn offense. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Floats it out in space. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. This crowd on hand trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Throws to the back. On target. It's a fumble! And the defense jumps on it. They turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Creates a little room. Oh, he's got some space. A 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Catch in the middle, it's Duke. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36. From the gun, the ground game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Finding open areas. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signal for a 2-minute timeout. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and look for room. He gets a block. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks. moves and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Here's the pressure. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
That's caught. It's closed. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator!
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking downfield on first down. Shoots it to the left. Makes the catch. It's Duke. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Lost a throw on first down. Unleashes one deep. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring goal.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Fires complete on the crosser. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got him.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They just keep firing. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. And the Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He's going for the goal line, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Northwestern is just getting blown off the field right now, and it may continue to get worse before it gets better. If it gets better. What a shocker today in Evanston. They're trailing by 27 to Ohio State. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
And back to the air on second down. Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient, fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on second and 2. The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Might be changing the route. Grab near the sticks. It's Cruz. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Gators, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
He's got his man, makes the grab. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
And they're going to try to convert on fourth down, 1 for 2 so far today. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Florida! And they score 6 more points.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So here comes the Auburn offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Paula, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely over.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted for the 11th time. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year, and he comes up with a massive play right there.
And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat's going to give him a different look. Plows through the defense.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Quarterback may change this route. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Gator! They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. They'll run the screen, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll run it again. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Now on the option. Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Power football with the run. Makes a man miss. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Auburn going to work with another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
Well, I love the body control there by the running back. He had to catch that right on the sideline, make sure he had his feet in bounds, try to pick up some positive yards.
So now it's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Throwing right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the right. It's caught. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ballgame, keep trusting it, keep spinning it. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
There he goes to the left. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
He'll be forced out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage on that kick. From the gun. Give on the inside. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Hit as he throws. Hauls it in. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. Running back searching for a hole. Turning it on. And oh no, he loses the ball
absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Got the first down and still on his feet. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
They get a huge gain on that toss play, and this running back, when he's got the ball in space, watch out. You see when he's out in the perimeter of the field, he's able to pick his spots. He can make people miss. He's got a bevy of moves. Way to generate the explosive play.
He'll work his way down to the 28. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Direct snap. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the running back. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile in.
56, Auburn, 21.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Maybe a little too bold on that return as he's out of bounds at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. He'll try to pop the draw. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter